Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Unique Adventures. We are out here doing another cooking video for you guys on this new 20-inch Blackstone Camp griddle. We are ending out our camping season and we will be giving you a complete review of us using this grill from front to back this whole camping season, and some of the pitfalls and some of the things that we've had an issue with which one of the things I've had an issue with was actually today caused that little guy right there. We'll get into that after we get done, but we want to focus on that grilled cheese sandwich. Now, we did a video on our old Blackstone a long time ago with this epic grilled cheese sandwich. We're going to try and recreate it for you, show you how we get down on a grilled cheese sandwich and how it actually does on this new Blackstone. So we're excited to do that. It is fall weather. We're out here camping alongside the Nisqually River here. It's fall. What better time to do a grilled cheese video than when you can see your breath out here getting a little fall camping? Let's get into this grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, so we have got our Blackstone all warmed up, ready to go. As you can see, we have a couple little drops on here. That is just a little bit of bacon grease I'm saving around. We are going to put bacon in our grilled cheese sandwich tonight, so just note that. The first thing you got to start off with is your base, and what we're going to do, obviously what kind of bread. We're using brioche. That's what we're using. Sourdough is also a good contender with this as well. We like to layer cheeses on the inside as well as the outside. That's kind of how we make this a little bit different than your standard grilled cheese sandwich. So what we have here is a little garlic herb butter. Got some of that Kerigold butter here, that garlic herb. I think will do really nicely here. So we got a bunch of that on there, and now what we're gonna do to amp it to the next level and put a little bit of cheese on the outside, we're gonna just do a little Parmesan, a little grated Parmesan or shredded Parmesan cheese here on the outside. We're just gonna kind of get this on here. This is gonna help build a little bit of crust on that outside. So we're gonna get this down. It's going to be a little bit messy. So we've got these on now, and the idea is we're going to layer our cheese up. Now you're thinking Parmesan on the outside. What's up with that? That is going to help build a garlic butter crust on the outside of this thing and make that grilled cheese just a little extra crispy. So we got this going. Now we have to stack it up from here. You kind of use whatever cheeses you want to use, but how we amp it up a little bit is we're going to take a little bit of cream cheese and we're just going to get little dollops of this in here just to send it to the next level. You know, use your heart on how much you want to put on here, but the stuff doesn't spread really easy, but you can probably soften it up a little bit more than what I've got here. But you know, just throw some stuff down on there. Trust me on this one, you will love this. And this sandwich also is not going to be for the faint of heart. This will be a serious meal when this is all said and done. But this is one of the ways we step it up here a little bit with our grilled cheese. The bottoms are getting probably pretty close to being real crispy. We're going to layer that cheese up right now. Like I said, at this point, use whatever cheese you want. We're gonna go a little Colby Jack, and we're gonna layer this. So we got that. We're gonna kind of press that cream cheese in there a little bit, and then we're gonna go with some mild cheddar as well. We're keeping our slices a little bit thin so we can do a couple of different layers here. And we're gonna come right back behind it again with a little bit more Colby Jack. And of course, one more layer of that cheddar. Now right now I've got the grill on low because I want to kind of get this assembled before I really start, you know, going a little bit hotter. You just don't want to burn the bottom of this. So now from here, what we're going to do is we've cut a little bit of that bacon. You know, we're going to tear off a couple pieces here, just kind of throw it on, you know. Add how you like. Do you like bacon on your grilled cheese? Let me know. But we're throwing that in, and now we've got our garlic herb pieces here on the top. We're almost going to be ready to get the first flip on these, and you're going to be able to see exactly what that Parmesan cheese does. We're just going to kind of be generous here, because the idea is you don't want the bottom to burn, but you want to get that cheese melted, and hopefully we've timed this correct. We did have to pull these off and stop the video for a second, because where we're staying here at Riverbend, every once in a while we have trains that come by. Had to stop the video and wait for the train, because obviously I didn't think anybody wanted to hear the train. So we're just going to slide this off here. We're going to get that first look now. Do we get a little bit of crisp, especially on this Blackstone? You know, obviously with things not sticking and stuff like that, you know, are you still going to be able to get that good crust? So here we go. 1, 2. Oh yeah, look at that. That is showstopper right there. They're going to push us down, kind of keep some of this in check. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Here we go, one more time. We've got it. Look at that. And I'm telling you, look at these little slivers of Parmesan on here. That's what's giving you that crust. And so now what we have to do is we've got to get the cheese melting. And this is like, when you're building something this big, this is the hardest part. On our other Blackstone that didn't have a hood or a lid or anything, we just had to flip these things to eventually to get all that cheese to melt without burning the bottoms. Now the good thing with this grill is that it's a lot harder to burn stuff on here, so you can leave it on a little bit longer and not have to worry about it burning. So we're gonna let this go here for a second. I think what I'm gonna try to do is maybe throw a little bit of water in here, close the lid for just a second, see if I can get some of that cheese, see if I can get a little steam action going here, and we'll see what that does. As we did this when we were melting cheese for our smash burger video, if you haven't seen that, obviously we're going to link that here, where we got to close that lid a little bit after we threw a little bit of water in there. It kind of helps steam the situation. So we're going to give it a shot here, see what we end up with. The first thing you got to do is lift that back here just a little bit. We're going to throw a little bit of water on there, and we're essentially just going to almost close this, and we're just going to let this go here for maybe about 30 seconds or so. Turn the other burner back on because everything's kind of sliding down, so I'm not sure how much of this effect we're actually going to get right now, because I did turn this whole side off. But regardless, the lid is going to help keep some of that heat in there. So let's take a peek here at it and see what we ended up with. It's doing it a little bit. I almost think what I want to do is push these guys. I'm going to crank this side up. So right now we've got this side going on high. This side's off. See if we can, these things are good to move. Sure look like it. Crank this side up here a little bit. I still want to get some more of that cheese melted there. We will probably flip these a couple of times. Drop me a comment, hit that thumbs up, let me know how are you liking your Blackstone 20-inch camp griddle. We're really enjoying ours. It does have some flaws we're going to talk about at the end, but I think on the overall it's a great idea to a product. I do feel like they got to do some different things, but what have you guys been making on this? You guys got any other videos you'd like to see out of us do on this this camp griddle? I do have a couple more requests coming in, and we'll see if we can get through them here in this off season. But you know, just let me know. You know, it's been awesome networking and, you know, getting to chat with everybody about these griddles and what they're cooking and stuff like that. So we always appreciate that. Drop it in the comments. We turn this up a little bit. Let's throw a little bit of water on here. that's more of the effect I wanted to see. Normally I've got both sides of the grill on and going, but with the grilled cheese I wasn't real sure on if I wanted to do it hot or do it you know, a little bit cooler. So we're just, this cheese melting part here is just a little bit of an experiment on what we did last time. So okay, we're starting to get there, but I still just don't feel like it's where we want to see it. Look at that. Look at that crust. This side looks like it still needs to go a little bit longer. We're going to put that in the hot spot there. Let's see how this one ended up. Yeah, both of these did good. I think this one that was on the edge was a little bit suspect. But you can see, I mean, these little Parmesan slivers here, this is gold. And I tell you, that cream cheese is going to be a game changer. If you haven't done cream cheese in your grilled cheese, you're missing out. We're almost done with this. We're going to let this side go for a little bit. We'll hook up with you guys here in a minute once this cheese melts just a little bit more. Okay, so we've gone here a couple more minutes. We've done a couple of flips here. You can now see this was the one back here. It's got a little bit of black on there, but I think it's going to be okay. Like, these actually look really good. It's putting that crust on there. It's not really burning it. Just a couple little things here. We're about ready to pull these things off and let you know how exactly they were. Obviously we got that tomato soup inside. We got that from Costco, so heat it up, and we're gonna be ready to go here with some epic grilled cheese sandwiches. Let's catch up with you here in a minute and see how it turned out. Alright, so we are back inside now. The weather is completely sideways outside, so there is no way we're eating this outside. We had to have the canopy up. If you haven't seen our vlog yet for this weekend, our slide isn't coming out right now. Our awning doesn't work, so we had to set up a canopy and stuff just to be able to film this video. And obviously, being fall and nighttime during dinner time, it's completely pitch black outside. So we're gonna get into this here. You can see this awesome sandwich here. So we're gonna take a bite first without the tomato soup, because the tomato soup will just, you know, take it to the next level. And I mean, that crisp that got put on here is it's pretty insane. I didn't know or expect what it was going to do, but that Parmesan cheese worked out really, really well. So let's go ahead and try it out. All those cheeses play off each other, and that cream cheese is kind of a game changer. Still got that good crust on the outside, but ooey gooey on the inside.
It's very good. I've never had this cream cheese on my grilled cheese sandwich. I'm kind of a plain Jane grilled cheese sandwich person, but when Glenn makes them like this, they're good.
So
definitely a 2 thumbs. Excuse me. Definitely a 2 thumbs up.
So we're not in a good spot here to be filming and doing dipping and everything, but we've got our tomato soup here. We're gonna get into this. This thing's a slam dunk. It's a little calorie heavy, so note that, but you know, let us know, how do you do your grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm gonna get with you guys after we get done eating here, and then we're gonna talk about some of the pros and cons from a whole camping season's worth of use out of this camp griddle and explain the finger. So we'll catch up with you guys here in a little bit, but yeah, this is fire. Okay, so to wrap up our Blackstone review, obviously we did that grilled cheese last night. It was amazing. We did run into another technical difficulty with the Blackstone last night. I was moving it around the table. Luckily, I wasn't carrying it, and I grabbed it by the handle. And when I grabbed it, it actually broke the handle off and sliced my hand open. And I couldn't imagine if I was carrying this thing what it would have done. So I'm personally not advising anybody right now to be carrying this thing by the handle, just because it seems suspect. My cousin, as you saw in an earlier video, he had issues with his handle. We'll be reaching out to Blackstone to be getting a fix for this, but you got to watch these handles, I guess, now, because they're breaking off, they're getting brittle. It's like a 3-piece setup, and the middle of it just popped out. So it does have its little bit of flaws. Like the whole camping season, like the cooking part of it, once it is on, and the cooking is amazing. We have had nothing but success with cooking anything and everything on this thing. It has been great. The cleanup has been great. Everything else has been great. The only little deals in there was that little bit of, with the hinge in the beginning, we got that corrected. And then the lighting, the igniter sometimes is a little bit wishy-washy. We just use the stick in the back now, and that's just solely how I light it. And now we're having the issue with the handle. So be warned on those things, but regardless of that, this thing still cooks amazing. It is still bulletproof. The coating on it, even after a full season of doing some serious camping, and mind you, we go out multiple weekends a month, and pretty much I got this thing at the start of our season, and we have carried it now all the way through October, cooking on it multiple nights, multiple weekends, every month, and have not had an issue with the surface. And this is a camp griddle, not necessarily an at-home griddle. So people are saying, well, if you're going to use it every day, it might break down. It may, but for camping and for the portability of camping, for what most of us campers are outside doing on an average weekend, this thing I feel like is still going to last a long time. You just have to be a little bit more careful with carrying it around and stuff. Maybe, you know, getting a bag or something for it so that you can tote it around and not have to carry it by that stupid handle that's in the front. So drop me a comment. Let me know how you have been doing with your 20-inch Blackstone or your 14-inch Blackstone camp griddle. Definitely drop that down. Let me know if there's anything else you want us to make. We'll keep putting it on the list of things to try out with this thing. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you stay subscribed to the channel so that when we make grilled cheese sandwiches and I slice up my finger, you won't miss it. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next adventure.